Throughout NBA 2K20, I've taken really tall and really dominant inside scoring players and then giving them Stephen Curry's shooting to find out how good they would be in the NBA. And today, we're going to be switching up. We're going to be taking Stephen Curry and we're going to be finding out what would happen if he was 7'7". We are in my league with 7' Stephen Curry right now. As you can see, his height is 7'7", weight 270 pounds, and a few things are going to change when he actually becomes 7'7". He was originally a 95 overall. He's gone up to a 97 overall now. His standing dunk's going to be an 87. His driving dunk's going to be a 90. Normally, he couldn't even make a standing dunk, and he doesn't really dunk normally, but at 7'7", he's going to be able to pull these things off quite easily. His interior defense is going to be a lot higher as well. His block and rebounding ratings have all gone up to a 90. And then lastly, he's going to have a lot more strength at 270 pounds. He's going to be able to bully a lot of players. So this is going to be the new Stephen Curry at 7'7". We got him on uninjured my league roster, so the rest of the Warriors are going to be healthy during the season. And we're just going to simulate through a season with him and see how crazy he does at 7'7". We'll start off with game number 1 here just to see how good he does against the Clippers. Warriors end up losing by 17 points, but Stephen Curry with 34 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. So a really good game to start off the season, but let's see if he can continue this and do this for the entire season. Another loss against the Thunder. Game number 2, Stephen Curry only with 20 points this game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. So he actually did not get the ball a lot this game. He only shot 2 for 6. Game 3 against the Pelicans, he went off 38 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. This is kind of what I'm expecting him to do all season. For some reason, he's shooting very poorly from 3 though. I'm not sure why. I don't know what it is with this game. I feel like it is harder to just shoot with a 7'7" player than a normal size player. I'm just going to simulate through the rest of the season though and find out how Curry does. We have made it to the All-Star draft, and of course, we're going to have Stephen Curry as an All-Star. For some reason, it says he's a first-time All-Star. I think when I changed his height and everything, it messed up his previous stats. So for this Stephen Curry, it's like this is his rookie year. But he's going to be the captain. He's going to have LeBron, AD, Kyrie, and Joel Embiid on his team. So that's looking like a very solid squad. I think Team Stephen should come home with this All-Star game. We'll also see if he can win the dunk contest or the three-point contest, because he could be participating in either one of those. Since now he's 7'7", he can dunk a lot better. Stephen Curry is going to make the three-point contest, facing off against Lillard, Trae Young, Doncic, Klay, and JJ Redick. And let's see if he can actually come home with a W here in the three-point contest. All right, here we go. So Stephen Curry actually is going to be starting off in this three-point contest. Look how tall he actually looks. It is pretty crazy. But let's see how many points he ends up scoring. So first round, not very good for Stephen Curry. Ends up getting 24 points total. Let's see if that's enough to get him to the final round. Okay, so after round number 1, Curry is actually tied with JJ Redick for that 3rd place. So I think they're actually just going to face off against each other. Stephen Curry does awful though, only getting 4 racks done. I think it's only half the time though. So that is actually a decent score. 15 points, and you only have half the time as normal. Yeah, there's only 30 seconds instead of a minute. JJ Redick only going to get 12 points, so Stephen Curry is going to make it on to the finals of this three-point contest. And now we're in the finals. Stephen Curry, of course, going to be our first shooter. Let's see how good he does. And he's actually going to have his money rack on the first rack. Interesting strategy. Gonna green his second shot, gets another shot in, and he can't get that final money ball. Not a great strategy to have the money ball rack on the first rack. Stephen Curry starting off a little slow here, and only 7 points about halfway through this thing. He's gonna end up with only 19 points. So Stephen Curry not doing great in the finals here. We got Lillard and Klay Thompson up next, though. They should be able to beat that. Lillard going to get 26 points. So Stephen Curry officially out of the three-point contest, not able to win this one. Klay Thompson going to end up with 22. So Damian Lillard is going to be our three-point champ. Klay Thompson in second and Stephen Curry in third. Even though Steph wasn't able to win the three-point contest, he does get the W for the All-Star game. Team Stephen winning 135 to 113, and Steph with 25 points and 7 boards in the All-Star game. Let's just finish off the rest of the season simulation and find out if Steph is going to win MVP. He should end up winning it quite easily. And Stephen Curry is going to take home the MVP. He had some crazy stats this season. 34.5 points per game, 11.1 rebounds, and 8.4 assists, as well as 1.9 steals and 2 blocks. So he does have a chance at winning Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not sure if he will. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. Sixth man goes to Boogie, and Depoy is going to go to Kawhi Leonard. In terms of just steals and blocks, Stephen Curry just did just as good as Kawhi, but not able to get that award right there. Brad Stevens gets Coach of the Year. The Warriors end up having the same record as the Celtics, 65 wins on the season. Of course, Curry going to be on the All-NBA first team. Let's see if he's on the All-Defensive first team. Okay, so no, he doesn't make it on the first team or the second team, which is kind of interesting. I definitely thought he would be up there. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And obviously, with 65 wins on the season, Warriors are going to be the first seed in the West. But what we're more interested in is the season stats for Stephen Curry. Of course, we saw them earlier. He was the lead scorer in the entire league with 34.5. He was doing a little better. He was over 35 for most of the season. And then at the end of the season, I think his minutes kind of got cut because he didn't need to play as much. Warriors were guaranteed that first seed. So stats went down a little bit. But then what's actually crazy is his rebounds per game. He had 11.1 rebounds per game, which is going to be the 12th most in the NBA. But in real life, Stephen Curry's most rebounds he's ever averaged in a season is 5.4. So he has over doubled that in this simulation with 11.1. And then, of course, assists per game, 8.4 is going to get him 8th in the league. The most he's ever gotten in real life is 8.5. So he actually did better in every single stat category than he's ever done in his career. His career high for points in a season is 30.1. Steals were very good as well, 1.9. And then blocks, 2.0 blocks per game is going to put him 7th in the league, which is very good for a point guard. There is no other point guards in sight of getting that many blocks. He ended up being 6th in the league for three-point percentage, shooting 45.3%, which of course is very good. And then lastly, 5th in the league for free throw percentage. But up next, we'll actually check out his season highs, his game highs for the season. This season, he almost beat his career record for points in a game. He had 53 this season. His career high is 54. But Kyrie Irving ended up scoring 56 in one game. Three-pointers made. He made 12 one game, which is going to put him at the highest this season. Rebounds per game, his season high was 21, which is very impressive for a point guard. His assists were 15. And then he also got 5 blocks in one game as well. So crazy season for Steph Curry here. The last thing we'll do, I want to check out the NBA records to see exactly where this puts him. So in terms of points per game, the 34.5 is actually going to be 11th in the NBA. But if you get rid of Wilt Chamberlain, the only people ahead of him are Jordan, Harden, Rick Barry, Kobe, and then another Jordan up here as well. So this would have put him 6th all time for points per game. But of course, Wilt Chamberlain's records are kind of unbeatable. But what a lot of these players didn't do was average the same amount of rebounds and assists as Stephen Curry. He does beat the record for three-pointers made in a season, making 433 three-pointers this season. And that's going to be about it for records. Next thing, all we got to do is find out if the Warriors are able to win an NBA Finals right here. For the Warriors, 1-0 lead, 2-0 lead for the Warriors. Make that a 3-0 lead. And is it going to be a sweep? It is going to be a sweep against the Sacramento Kings. And in the second round, they're going to be facing off against the Denver Nuggets, who are the 4 seed. And then in the bottom of the bracket, Clippers and Lakers both moving on. That's going to be an interesting matchup for the Warriors if they end up making the conference finals. Let's see what they can do against the Denver Nuggets here. Game 1 goes to the Warriors. Game 2 to the Warriors. Game 3 to the Warriors. And it is another sweep for the Warriors. It's way too easy for them out here in the West. And they're going to be facing off against the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. In the East, we got Boston versus Toronto. The Bucks ended up getting first rounded, which is kind of weird because they were the best team in the league this season. Let's see if the Warriors can make the NBA Finals, though. Game number 1 goes to the Warriors. Clippers tied up. Warriors 2-1 lead. Clippers tied up 2-2. The Clippers take the 3-2 lead. But the Warriors are able to tie the series up, so we are going to a game number 7 to find out which team will make the NBA Finals. And game number 7 is actually super close. Warriors up by 2 points with 44 seconds left. Look at Stephen Curry out there, though. He is just a giant, and he's super quick as well. I don't know why. He seems taller than a normal 7'7" player. I don't know, it's just the fact that we're used to seeing him at 6'3", but he looks huge. Montrezl Harrell making 1 free throw here. And now Stephen Curry on offense. Finally get to see a little bit of gameplay with him in the Western Conference Finals. Pulls up from 3, but that is no good. Warriors need a stop right here, or else the Clippers can go on and win this thing. Lou Williams to Kawhi inside, and he draws the foul. Kawhi going to the line. First shot is money. And the second free throw is good as well. So the Clippers with a 1-point lead now. All right, 19 seconds left. Warriors need to score here. Let's see if Stephen Curry is able to do it. ISOing against Lou Williams right now. I think Curry's just running down the clock. He's going to take a last-second shot right here. Inside, pulls up, and that is money. The 3 is good. Clippers do have one more opportunity to come back here, though. As long as they don't hit a 3, the Warriors are going to be at least going to overtime right here. Lou Williams with the ball, a deep 3. That is no good. The Warriors are going to the NBA Finals. And in the NBA Finals, they're going to be facing off against the Boston Celtics. I think they match up a lot better against the Celtics than the Clippers, but Celtics with a 2-0 series lead to start this thing off. The Celtics with a 3-0 lead. Game number 4, Warriors able to get a W. Stephen Curry getting a triple-double in this game, 25, 10, and 10. I don't know if they're going to be able to make this comeback, though. Game number 5, Warriors just destroying the Celtics. Stephen Curry, yet again, another triple-double, this time off 43 points. Heading into game number 6 here, though, Warriors need a W. They want to force a game 7, and they're pulling away at the end here. Warriors with another W. We are going to a game 7 in this series. This time, Curry with 41 points, 13 rebounds. Let's see which team is going to win game 7. If the Warriors win this, a 3-0 comeback, I mean, that's going to make up for their 3-1 finals loss. Hopping into the end of game 7, Warriors up by 5 points with 1 minute left in this game. Stephen Curry with the ball right here. And let's see what he is going to do. Nice screens. And he's just going to pull up from 3. That was an awful shot. I don't know why Curry pulled up for that and why the shot was so bad. Going to be driving inside. The spin move goes up for it, and that is money. So Celtics going to have to foul the Warriors here. They're going to put Klay Thompson at the line, which is a very, very poor mistake. Klay slightly early, and he still had a 100% chance of making that free throw. And Warriors with the 7-point lead now. Looks like they are going to come home with the W here. Gordon Hayward from 3. That's no good. And the Warriors are officially going to be our NBA champs now. Stephen Curry should end up winning Finals MVP as well. Hopefully he'll get his first Finals MVP here. It'd be crazy if it went to anybody else. There they are holding up that trophy. Switching to the finals MVP, and of course it does go to Stephen Curry. Look how big he looks compared to everybody else on the team. But finally, Stephen Curry getting his finals MVP, and he also added a third MVP trophy this season as well as a fourth championship. So definitely one of the greatest seasons for an NBA player. Stephen Curry is also up to a 98 overall now. He was a 97, up to a 98 in the finals. He averaged 31.6 points per game, 10.3 rebounds, as well as 9 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and shot 40% from 3. So an amazing final series for Stephen Curry right there. And I also want to check out how he did during the entire playoffs. He actually wasn't the lead scorer in the playoffs. That's going to go to Dame Lillard, but Curry averaged 32.7, 11.5, and 8.7 assists. So if Stephen Curry was 7'7", it would be pretty unstoppable. Warriors would be back to being the best team in the NBA. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone in affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the